artist struggle for his integrity is a kind of metaphor, must be considered as a metaphor for the struggle which is universal and daily of all human beings on the face of this terrifying globe to get to become human beings. It is not your fault, it is not my fault that I write. I will never become before you in the position of a complete.
Good evening, everybody out there in the Poetry Corner universe. We are here again on a Tuesday, and we are talking about how do you feel about yourself in this life today? How do you feel? Are you worried? Are you concerned? Or you just 10 toes down on your feet, ready to just move about in life? So tonight we have Martell, infamous V.I.V.E, we have Adrian, and we have Unique. How y'all doing today? What's good?
I'm good.
Oh, bless.
All right.
I'm super blessed.
That's what's
Grateful.
up. Cool. So we're going to run around here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to start off with you, Adrian, with that number one question. Just let everybody know who you are, where they can find you and everything, and you can jump right into the discussion board. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, first of all, they know me as Miss V.I.P, and I'm on Epiphany Radio, the For Real Entertainment Network, and I co-host a show with La Perla Negra, and it's called The Erotic Love Zone, and it's every Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. So we have fun, good music, great topics, so that's it. But now to your question, all right? I feel good today. As the infamous BB says, I'm grateful to be on this side of the dirt, okay? And right now, the world is getting a little crazy, and it's probably been crazy, but you know, you see a little bit more day after day, more killings, more murders and all that, but I've learned to go with the flow, and I've learned to also like let it be. And I just keep praying, I keep meditating, and that's all I can do. You know, you just pray for those who can and pray for those who can. So that's mainly it.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I totally agree with that. All right, Martell.
Yes. What's up? My name is Martell, living life layered, and I call myself the infamous BB because I have been infamous. But I'm a good girl today, a good girl. Yeah, trying to live on the right side today. I'm blessed and I'm grateful. A lot of life experiences, and I'm one that learned the hard way. So, I'm just taking it breezy. That's all. That's all I can do. Stay out the way, stay prayed up, not laid up, so I won't get laid up. But I'm just blessed. I'm blessed. These are new opportunities for me because, I'm really not the type of person that shares, even though people say you're a people person. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like an outrovert, introvert. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that's where I'm at today. I just, try to take advantage of small opportunities to help me grow and expand eventually. But I'm going to take it slow. I'm taking baby steps. So right now, I'm just on Instagram and TikTok, and because I'm old school, so I'm just not learning how to work these little gadgets. But that's where I'm at today. Grateful.
All right, that's what's up. Said I'm old school. You ain't that old. You know what I mean?
I used to be in the cafe at 3 years old, dancing on the table to blues. I'm old school.
Okay, all right, got you. All right, brother, Unique.
Good evening. Blessings to everybody in general, to the panel, and to the people that's out there that are actually using our situation for mental abuse and self-awareness. That's basically what I'm looking at. I said music saved me, but then at the end of the day, I'm using my word unselfishly to save others who can't speak for themselves. And that's been a challenge, as I spoke to my brother previously. A lot of times that we hold hostage, people need to hear what we say and see what we do. And motivation is the key. If we can't motivate ourselves and be unselfish about things as far as not being a desire, it's useless. Because I say a dream without action is a waste of time. And I'm actually believing that today. The more I get myself back into this audience, it's not even for the tickets. It's just for the idea of being heard. You know, people see me for who I am. You know, I tote something on my hip, but I also tote something on my mind. So if I hit you with my mental, I don't got to hit you with my hip. And if you really want to find me, I can add you to my Facebook, Unique Holden. As I spoke to my brother, you know, one day somebody will Google me. I am legendholden.com. They will see my face and they'll see my journey, and they welcome to be a part of it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Myself, I like to just walk into life. You know what I mean? And as I always say, I enjoy walking into the unknown because the things that I find, I feel like it's precious to me. Like, okay, what do you do with that when you find it? How do you handle that situation? You know what I'm saying? How do you execute, you know, your mental mind to structure around what's either off or on? You know what I mean? Just look at the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know. As Mrs. V.I.P said, I like to meditate myself, you know, pray a lot, and ain't nothing else you could do. Is be like right there with it, you know. So,
Yeah.
so you know, when I write, even when I write my poetry, I write it for the world. You know what I'm saying? Whatever type of pieces it is, there's always something for somebody out there, you know. And I love to listen to music, so that's how I handle the ills of the world. You know, what they say, music soothes the savage beast. So you know, I ain't a beast like that, but you know, we gotta find something. We gotta find that one thing that can help us and apply that to our everyday life. You know, so that's my story. All right. Well, we're gonna get into a couple of pieces of poetry. So we're gonna start off with you, Adrian. Unmute your mic. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Um, this piece is untitled because I just finished it not too long ago. But here goes. For my life right now, I've had to learn to be satisfied with myself and with everyone else. Many lessons occurred along the way, like it's not how you live, it's how you let go. It's learning to let it be. I'm satisfied where I am due to obtaining peace of mind, which is invaluable. There's no limit in my mind now. People will hopefully see the change in me. I'm not how I used to be. See, people want to help make me stay in the old me. Okay. So I ascend and grow. And I may lose them along the way. And that's okay. Because some of them stay the same every day. And then I could be there for some. But when it's my turn, okay, they act like they don't know my name. And then that's okay too. Because I have ascended and I grow. And the best lesson is to go with the flow. And that's that piece.
All right. That's what's up. So I have a question, Miss VIP.
Mm-hmm.
What influenced you to write that poem?
Um, well, what happened, I ran into a snag and I couldn't come to last night's show. So I did half of it today, half of it last night, and then half today. But I think the most influential thing that happened to me was a life lesson, as a matter of fact, because I've had a friend for 34 years, over half my life, and it just disintegrated. So I've had to grieve it and go along with the flow. I pray on them for God to bless them, because there's nothing I can do. I can't pour into someone who does not pour into me. Okay. So it was a let go thing. And then you lose them along the way. It's all right. That's how it was.
Yeah. You know, sometimes they come back. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Hopefully when they come back it's a better situation than it was
Absolutely.
before. I mean, well, thank
Hmm.
you for sharing your testimony and your beautiful poetry with us. So now we're gonna move on to Unique.
Good evening. Basically, this piece that I'm gonna write. Well, I wrote actually today, not too long ago. I was listening to a story of one of my, I can call him my brother. He was in a situation that made sense to me, where most of us think like this until things fall short for us. And I looked at this piece and I just titled it "Heartless." I found out that I was born to love, a body built for mental disturb, a heart filled by chilling moments, a brain registering ideas as if adding up to ways of absolute to ability. Character was addressing in the same face of acknowledged. Issues bathed my skin as if getting out of them seemed to soak up closure of closer to the marrow of bones kneeled and bended. The surface of surveying the main of my pain, supplied by the residential residue to freedom of need. Tears ran down miles of my expansion against my hilly eyes of cheeks and rotating face of challenge and change. These fingers seemingly held on to the forgiveness and persuasions. Thine eyes became the sight that sought out for reach too much of misunderstanding. The carry of these feet filled the journey of discussing discipline and discovery. Hurt plays the part of a heart like a harpoon. Cry gives songs of birds chirping to chipping away for a rhyme, a rhythm, and becoming, honestly as a part of partaking of a filtered frustration by enemies, immoralized by enormous in touch. Perfection will never need me or feed me or meet me at the table of sufficient. I am, became. Whoa, it's a day of the force by yesterday of tomorrow's uncertainty. Looking into the eyes of satisfaction of salvation contained in salty, headaches find sheets of comfort, pillows not here for rested upon. Thoughts won't make sentences of sense of beginnings, of beginning anymore. Consciousness will find examples of excuses formatted to situations of mine set beneath beneficiary. Take my almost animosically wise. Convict my stay of a story. Face my constitution of conversing energy. Lace these chains of flinged out launch attitudes. After you've seen all this, in the way of having obey, the weight was worth the avatar, the display that I displayed, and the responsing or respecting representing saw that one day the person that you choose to turn into, I am now heartless.
Ooh, that
Was.
was deep. That was right
Yeah,
there.
it
Amen,
was.
brother.
Went in.
So tell me about the experience and the influence on that poem. Let the audience
That
out there know.
well, what came about that piece was as people, we give so much of ourselves, not knowing that we get lost in ourselves. And we always don't realize we always living in moments that we can't take back. We only can rehash it or talk about it. And I look at it as we spoke previously, we are monumental because when we're not there all the time and people ask for us or ask about us, that means we made a statement with representation without having to say anything. And I find myself in those moments because of the person that I am. But when I'm not that person, people can't respect that because I can't give you my worth all the time as you can't respect it. And then as adults, we grow into this person that we so giving of ourselves because we're rewarded by the jobs, the honorees, or whatever the case may be. not knowing that sometimes that's not where we're supposed to be. So we should be there to partake in what's going on because we learn by example. And then most of us are at an age we're forced to be somewhere because we never had a chance to be in another place.
I feel you on that. That's deep. That's deep. You know what I mean? Well, I thank you, brother. Thank you for that representation. I mean, so now we're gonna move along to Martell.
All right, y'all. Today, my name Martell. Oh my God, today, y'all, I'm actually in a light mood. I'm normally the heavy, deep, passionate, want to be into the world of the nation, and today I'm feeling rather light. I had did a freestyle earlier. You know, it was something was on my mind. I randomly write about anything, whatever's on my heart, spirit, mind. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's going around, and it's just a freestyle poetry. So it was about an experience I had yesterday. It said it starts. I can go ahead. You ready? All right then. It's a freestyle piece. It says, he swagged on by pushing his yard toolery, my eyes tomfoolery, hoping to catch any glimpse of sweat drip off his white beater. Now I'm wet. How many degrees? Now I'm leaking of regret. How hot did the weather girl spit? Oh no. I'm celibate. My. Why? Why did he not just send his assistant instead? Now I'm daydreaming about running my tiny little hands through his sexy, soft-looking dreads. I'd be lying to myself and foolish if I didn't acknowledge I'm rarely disturbed. But he looking like my type of male. Oh, well. Although his seemingly gentle folk ways do pique my interest, so I'd ask for assistance because my reach is rather short. Can you maybe please change my lighting? It's flickering so dim, ever so dim. Tall like a caramel latte with bulged arms. Damn, he's so hotty, good golly. Standing statue, tall, but rather taller in chair. Let me hold it steady, I volunteered. Meanwhile, catching a glimpse of the top of the rim of his polo underwear, thinking, ooh-wee, while my tongue rotated and moistened as if I'd sampled some caramel creme brulee. Hey! But what does his insides look like? I'm celibate for a reason. Keep calm, hormones. Just breathe because myself, I ain't finna play. Still needed the premium package, hard bang while my mental, emotional, and spiritual is being fulfilled, also well entertained, though also cuddling and playing footsie all at the same dang time. Because I'm still standing firm today, and I do crave me some intimacy. Ooh, child. Ooh, it was worse trying. This was just like trying to have a wet dream continuously, back to back in the Sahara Desert. Just ain't finna happen in these kind of conditions. Then a long whisper says, go pray. These just thoughts and unsettling emotions rambling around lust, dodging the real question my thighs in the past failed to recognize. But what is his insides like? Well, at the end of the day, I'm glad to know prayer still works. However, I did at least get to enjoy watching a man doing man labor. I didn't catch a glimpse of any manly sweat. That kind of turns me on. I like eye candy, but it was such a treat. But I'm saying to myself out loud, girl, why don't you go take a nap before I have to go call your mama? That was more like for my mom. We had us a little inside joke about an experience yesterday. So I just was feeling light today.
Hey, that's peace. That's peace. I'm Sonia. So so tell us a little bit about the piece, like for the audience to know, like what encouraged you to recite that piece or even create that piece.
Actually, I had some yard services, and it's a bit of a struggle. I made a spiritual decision to be celibate because I'm waiting on my higher power to pick for me because I didn't do so good. You know what I'm saying? I just felt it until I could get to know myself like a little bit more better and bring more to the table. I can't ask nobody to bring something that I'm not ready to give or I haven't yet, I don't have it yet. Or, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's just like I want to be able to match and meet my mate. I don't want to be over or under. We need to be right here together, because it's teamwork make the dream work. So basically, it's just me going through the little struggle, being patient and those little urges. So I have to express them in any way I can. So I use poetry for everything.
Hey, I hear you. That's what's up. Well, thank you for letting everybody know what time it was with that. Appreciate that. So I'm going to go on to my piece. It's titled Embrace the Taste. You ever felt it before? Now that it's here, fresh and new, wake up knowing that feeling is surrounding your care. The complexity is gone, arriving days has begun. Even days that seem young can grow out becoming old, although the moments in between that's well spent in confidence. Challenges the choices that never render your thoughts. Smiling a little loud while traveling, meeting a presence. Who could take it all away without nothing to say? Being mindful and thoughtful against what's so awful. Turning things around, choosing an energy so beautiful. Leaving alone memories of past images that's sad. Every act that attract comes back, self-love is major. King. Thank you.
All right now.
Thank you. Yeah, that piece is mainly about, just getting receiving the return. You know what I mean? Like when you give and you give all the time and stuff, you just got to know that you're gonna get the return. But that return love can come from anybody and anywhere. Just keep your prayers in the air and your head up high. You know what I mean? Don't never give anybody the power to take away what you love most, and that's self love, self preservation. You know. So I'm gonna start back with you, Adrian. Is there anything out there to people out in the world that you can express to about this topic tonight? Maybe
Mm.
someone listening in and feeling that they can't find their way or they're just lost on the course.
Ooh. You know, mainly, all I can say is that if you have close friends, then okay, you can vent to them. But if it's really that bad, then seek professional help. That's about the best I can tell them, and that I would be praying for them. Because sometimes people think Ayanna Van Zandt is stamped across your forehead, and you just can't. Um, you know, it's like beyond your scope, put it that way, and just say, listen, I cannot even begin to help you with this because it's too deep for me. Maybe it's too big for me because it's way too big for you. So that's when you got to really seek help and seek the right kind of help. Okay. Just don't go to any old body. Go to someone who is like-minded as you, like Martell. She's devout. And I can tell she's devout. So she needs someone to be on her level in order for her to talk to someone. So that would be the same thing I would tell somebody.
All right. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. That's Miss VIP. Also, I want to say out there, click, share, subscribe to the channel so you can receive those notifications and to all the different shows that we got going on. This is a weekly thing, and we here with a movement since 2020. All right, my brother, Unique.
Yeah. Let me I'm trying to spin off something a little different.
Yeah,
In reference to most men or a relationship mentality. And we don't get a chance to for the most times because of the facts. I look at it, sometimes it's too late. This piece is called Let Me Love You. I was distracted by your beautiful. The answer to most people's dreams, the answer to questions never answered, privacy to your means. The thoughts bathe my almost, curiosity to ideas formed by the brain, chalk lines to no table. I found no shade. Lightning strike to a strike for me ding down, but unearthed in so many ways. I'm a provider of a protector. I'm also a suspector. I'm a civilization when you think of things, thinking things are so bad. I'm corrections of perceived mistakes, the things that you never knew that I was with me, thing of unclear paths. Look at the alignment of a lay that I lay beside your side, your soul, perhaps offering days of destination built by minutes. of your time. Passive moments led the fields of feeds of my worth and presence of a stay. Visual makes the look of me a journey along the way. As I travel your mental in a particular parallel paradise, the sacrifice of suggestions rule me, as if over and a renounce of a lonks of going nowhere. The heart of beats of becoming conscious to uncomfortable places, the maintenance of a body dangles in the hopes of a forsaken. The eyes of watch find reasons to make surface sure of safe and surround. These walks of temporary add up to miles of creativity. These walks of miles create creativity, letting me be the whales of the walls of the eyes of keeping the drafts out. The breath of a breeze that let me sealing you to chandeliers of everything dangling next to your soul. Let the tackles of the distraction of discussion and disturbing a fight forsake forgiveness. Let the desires go. As I give you all the attendance today will be no more special than an apple given away. When I pull up close to your conscience and considerance, then you will realize that one day the sun performs on the shade of a darkness next to a star dangling next to the moon, stages of skies. Because one day I will audition for my audience of emotions. You can now take me from a blind side, fold me, lay me next to your side. Let me love you.
Okay, bro. That's what's up. That is what's up.
Mm.
Now, this is a two-part question. First one is, what would be either your advice, encouragement, or just incentive of your ways, what you see out in the world, that you can give to somebody else out there that's walking the path in life and just haven't found their way, or they just don't have it yet. You know what I'm saying? To just walk out there every day in life and when I just see things in a brighter light.
Well, it's honest with you. Being a man, it's hard to have that evolution of giving somebody a mind to insight off of because they have an impression of dictating what we're supposed to do and who we are, but really don't get a chance to know who we are when it's the right time. Because as men, we're supposed to be leaders and use those advantages for the right things. Some people, I call them males, they become distractions for people who do actually go out and do what they need to do.
Hmm.
Um, just like even with the piece that I just wrote, one young lady told me what I supposed to do. And I looked at her and I said, "You going on the wrong journey because of the fact that me being in your life, I supposed to be an understanding. If you can't understand where I'm trying to take you to, as far as leading you, giving you evolution, giving you feathers and helping you fly, I'm no good to you."
Right. That's what's up. So that piece you just recited, what encouraged you to write that? Like where was you? Where was you in the state of mind? Like no.
You know what? And it's funny you should ask because of the man that I am. We can be a little interrogative about things, but then that was actually a piece of me because I've been through situationships, I can say. The relationship, as I tell people, I break it down to them. I ask them what the relationship mean, and they look at me like I'm crazy. But then I actually tell them most of the time we get on a ship that's too late that we want to start again because of somebody else's for going forward. Which if you sit still, you get to see the things that should have happened. But a lot of times we see it too late. So then the ship has gone, but then we come to somebody's life to start them all over again. And that's when I get the conversation of relate, because most of people's lives have sailed already. So my marriage was a too late situation because I fell into someone else's lifestyle. So trying to love them and pull everything that was necessary for them to grow, I got pulled down instead of growing up out the roots. So my seeds were really unnecessarily spread because they wasn't gonna go nowhere. So as me losing my sanity as a man and to lose it full going, I got out of it. And before I basically go in the wrong direction, my safe haven was my sacrifice. So I had to lose something in order to gain something in order to see where I'm sitting at right now. Because if I'd have stayed where I was, I probably wouldn't be on the phone. We probably wouldn't be having a Zoom conversation.
I feel you on that, brother. We appreciate hearing your response on that and giving us during that Q&A. You know what I mean? That's peace. Word. Okay, Martell.
Yes.
What can you say to the audience out there in the Poetry Corner universe? What kind of advice or encouragement that you can give others that haven't found their way to how they may want to be in this life today, being that it's so dark out in this world?
Wow. Ooh.
We all carry that special light within us. So what can you bring to them, whether it's male or female, friend, family member? What can you say? Like, how do you feel? Like,
Well, on that, I can only speak from self-experience, and I can say I'm just not beginning to see have a new beginning. I've had the old me had to die. I was misinformed. I needed some guidance, the type of guidance that could help set me on a path to be selfless and not to be greed, fall into the waywards of the world. You know what I'm saying? That wickedness. I had the money, but I think money and power is just, for me, it feels like it's the root of all evil because it takes away from the intangibles. Stuff that I had craved, like peace, unconditional love, joy. And it's like the simple things. It's like, man, the society has just like made everything about everything else, but other than what they meant it to originally be. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to get so self-constricted in the like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and just I'm free spirited. I need to allow my higher power to grow me up. This world got a lot of wickedness in it, and I was in it. So I don't want to be a part of the chaos. Now I'm trying to allow my higher power to guide me so that I can put some positivity in the air, to replace all that negativity that I put out there when I was misinformed and misdirected. So basically it's for me, surround myself with people that I want to be like if I want to be a writer, a poet, I'm gonna surround myself around writers. I'm not gonna go around drug dealers or doctors. It's just like-minded thinking. They help encourage and motivate each other, and they come up with a collective idea, and then they share it with the world in a big way. So basically, for me, I'm just not starting to grow. I really am, because I was in the life. I've had several lives, especially one with mental illness. So, you know what I'm saying? All I can say is just keep trying, try your best. Long as you keep trying, not trying is failure. That's the failure when you don't try. That's what I'm saying from my self-experience. When I don't try, that's the failure. Who knows? So that's all I got on it.
All right, that's what's up. We appreciate hearing that. And any of y'all out in the audience, in the chat rooms, talk to us. Let us know how you feel about this. Well, why don't you recite another piece for us? Then we'll swing back over to Miss V.I.V.E. afterwards.
All right. I have this piece called Snooze, You Lose, Stay Woke or Be Awakened. And it says, my very first experience with pen revealed the veil of tears leading to a new beginning, leading to the journey of healing from carrying burden, strife of brutal life. Those tears infiltrated the ink of discord from my pain for over 35 years of my life, which in turn blinded his gift of sight, and with a great suffering enough to kill. Unknowingly misinformed in spirit, though. No sacrifice is ever in vain of the heart. As spirit strengthens, so does the heart, which also follows the mind. We are only instruments of spirit and messengers of hope delivered from faith if it is unshaken. Deliverers of redemption are carefully selected by assets considered flaws, carrying individual message of spiritual awareness with a clear-cut plan, using a design for living with clear-cut directions and a vision for all. Once drained, and a rebirth of spirit that was stripped is revealed. Renewed if chosen, and will be restored. I'm sorry, choking out there. Renewed if chosen, and will be restored, being led back to the one's original purpose. The path which infinitely leads one back to the true destiny meant only for them. The past and present holds assets that requires great knowledge to maintain. New society now bred from generations of past uncorrected failings now see. Cursed of any future if it continues on from self-will run riot and loss of sight. The carrying of the flags with pride, ego, and selfishness hiding behind the past. The distorted pain shielding self-will with no vision in the current present. Encouraged to die, be buried with the past which clings with feeding fangs. While the spirit comfortably rides with the devil, but the soul wonders why. It's always me, needing he all-knowing and powerful, which then reveals to me a great surrender. Proceeds, the sight is restored, and you're prepared to receive his great message.
Oh man. Ooh.
Yeah.
Came through with that one. That's what's up. Beautiful piece. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Now we return back to you, Miss V.I.P. for some poetry.
This is a very, very short piece. It's I think it was a prompt of words to live by or something like that, something similar. So funny how I really live my life through words like love, sacrifice, and giving. The most important is having a good heart and spirit, listening without interruption and having open arms just in case you need a hug. I joke to keep from crying. Things in my life keep me sighing, praying to keep standing, because when it all comes down to it, my words I must live through now or let them or it be. I have to do my best not to let it get the best of me. My word is truth. Why should I lie? It was once said I'm too good to my own detriment. And my last words in my obituary will be, she loved all she could, and it's what she lived for. And that's that piece.
All right. That's what's up. Beautiful piece.
Thank you.
Nice, short, sweet, to the point. Boom. Yeah. So here's my other thing too. I always wonder about this. We here as a collective. How do you feel in life when someone turns their back on you, and you can't figure out why? Because there really isn't any warranted reason. Oh, don't all go at the same time. I mean,
Oh my God.
That's deep.
don't fight over your position.
I'm a
I mean,
runner.
we all in the same lane.
That's deep because what the question that you asked, most of our representations of the people that we think are who they are, they can't fill the shoes that need to be followed. That walk is different. They got so many adversities in their lives from distractions that their purpose is never going to be seen. And we seem to walk with them, and then we become a reflection of those representations that don't make sense. We get drunk with them, we party with them, we eat with them, we celebrate with them, but we can't congratulate stupidity or ignorance. And then when we get to that point of finalizing, we had enough. The first thing come out of most people's mouths is, "Oh, you trying to be funny, or you think you better than me." the most important part about it is learning from not making excuses anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that statement in terms of endearment, most people living in that world right now.
Mm.
Hey, that's what's up, bro. Appreciate hearing that. Pretty sure people in the chat, even following the replays on they definitely take heed to what's being spoken on the show tonight. So I appreciate everybody's candor on the conversation at hand. We gonna flip back over. I'm gonna do it in the reverse. Throw a bone out there like I threw that curveball. Miss VIP on that.
Yes.
What's your take on that?
As Unique was talking, I was thinking, because in reference to my longtime friend, I mean, we've gone through Desert Storm, we've been through deaths, we've been through births, and wow. And, our children are each other's godchild. So, and then when death occurs, then she was the one that turned her back. And I said, well, wait a minute. What'd I do? Well, what didn't I do? So it was her. And she just kind of fell out because of her depression. And I said, but no one would want you to live like that. They want you to be happy. So let's hang out. Let's do this. Let's that. And then it was no. And then the phone call stopped. And when you've done all you could do, you have to pray and let them go. And that's what I had to do. You have to grieve. But sometimes people want to stay where they are because they want some attention, or they don't know how to get out of it. So I've had to let go. And it was almost a hard thing to do. But as the days go on, you live and you learn. Okay. You're not going to sit around trying to pour into an empty vessel, or someone that just does not want to listen to you. So if they turn their backs, then, hey, God bless you. Good luck to you.
I feel you. Thank you very, very much for that. For that whole intel, incentive of information. You're listening out there. Click, share, and subscribe to the channel so you can get those notifications. This Poetry Corner, baby. We here. Okay, Martell.
Same question.
Same question. I mean,
Okay. But listen, this how it is for me, and what I have to say on it. I've had an issue with bonding with people. I'm just not starting to come out of my shell. I've always just want to stay to myself because I couldn't deal with people. I really couldn't. They just had too much stuff going on, and I already had my own stuff. So I've never given anybody a chance to turn their back on me. And the people that I do know, I don't like to burn bridges. It's like once we cool forever. Like I got people from when I was like really small, like when I was 18 and when I was 19, and I got people when I was 12, because I mean, why fall out? You know what I'm saying? If you're a real friend, you're a real friend. So I ain't really had nobody turn their back on me. I haven't experienced that yet, but it's a lot of things I haven't yet to experience. But I'm open for it, because it's a learning experience. I'm interested in seeing, because I've never been in love. I'm a runner. I just like my heart. I got a little taste of what it felt like, and it was too touchy, and I just kept running and running and running like the runaway ride. So now God is keeping me still, so that I can experience these things that people be talking about. I hate listening to a love song and I'm like, man, it's a beautiful song. I wish I could have somebody to like bet it right, stuff like that. I'm like, I was missing on that. So that's all I got to say on that.
all right, I respect your honesty. We appreciate you bringing that to the table. You know what I'm saying? So this is Poetry Corner, so we're gonna get back into this poetry. All right, Miss VIP. See, I'm playing around with them windows.
Yeah, you have to probably go to someone else. Why I check Check one out. I gotta find
Okay.
it.
All right, brother.
All
Brother
right.
Unique. We're gonna flip to you, brother.
Okay, you can flip it to me. Listening to our other counterparts with this body of influential. Most of the time, the things that we hear, we don't understand or we want to be a part of it. And most of the time, we don't realize the embarkment of finding out. My heart hurts. Ask me if I'm insane. Ask me of the things that are scheduled to suicide should make sense. Ask me why I love you. Ask me for patience. Ask me for the reality of things that real responsibility in. Ask me to sacrifice. Ideas are being cave off, giving energy to unselfish. Ask me of a laugh that'll never give me cries. Give me hugs to the ideas of band-aids of bondage. Will give me an engaging of emotional that will bathe my conscience in concerns. Conversate the idea of consultation to solution to stories, encouraging fixed. Admiration to shown of shines. Ideas of that'll give you motives of movies, run for the veins, for the idea of their motives of mortality, molding me in togetherness without separation. Consciousness will apparently appear then. I'm a volunteer to endeavor, and the voice stood in still of preparation. Offering confused as the option, as an option of the findings of a fight worth battle. Look into my eyes. The during of dude fascinated. Look at the measures of unforgettable. Look within the humble of face, anticipational. Then step forward with the ideas of could be or would become animation of a cartoon. Strings to a harp, keys to a piano. The blow of my mind of winds as if a sax, as I individual who I am to disappear in belief, watching you for the last time. Just wanted me to be noticeable from attempt, I'm temptations. The surprise and gesture, the surprise and always was looking for, the present you never forgotten. Let me tickle your heart, let me rattle your brain, let me tease you in your brain. Allow my desirable to rest in your lay next to, travel with the deserve or willing to offer you understandings. I'm here to hear the drums of fortunate, the acts of begin as are congruent, your back of the reactions of into the body, completing abundance of activity desired motivational. Because when you was here, you were beautiful as a person and paid of attention to. Now my heart hurts.
Wow.
It's on the
Wow.
money, brother. On the money. That's what's up. Thank you, brother. It's VIP? Or you want me to?
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
All right. Thank you.
This piece is called Why I Go to the Water. Beside the water of the ocean, I breathe in gladness, gratitude, and peace of the now, and exhale sadness, trials, and tribulations of the past. I let the water ground me, and I think how beautiful my life is. Let me explain. In spite of the fact there's rain, I can smile. Where before there was pain in every joint, the world was void of color to me. Dull, not vivid, slowed down if you get my point. Before, I couldn't see life as beautiful. I was giving myself until I switched to autopilot, and like a plane, I crashed. Because life took and didn't give, and it wasn't the way to live. And then the sun comes with its rays of hope, making the skies clear and colors show in the sky, the trees and the land. Love is at hand, bringing peace of mind. Then I can cope. Where I really sit and think about things, I realize beautiful living is in the mind. It's not keeping busy. It's relaxing, enjoying what you do, and to yourself being true, staying grounded. And this is why I go to the water. And that's that piece.
Oh man, that's what's up. Always go to the water, you know what I mean? Healing. Thank you for that beautiful piece. Appreciate that. Okay, Miss Martell, what you got for us? Unmute your mic.
Muted it and muted it back. I have this piece. I want to do this. It's called, oh my gosh, it's called Black Diamond. And it was a prompt too. Come on, and well, I hate when they do this when the internet starts having internet issues. This stuff is so frustrating. But I have this piece called, I wanted to do this particular piece, but I'll go ahead and do something else because I'm telling you, this stuff is stressful.
That's cool.
How about this one? Can you come back to me? Can you come back to me, Lord Jesus?
All right. I'll recite this piece. This piece is titled Fearless. What the world doesn't realize is many of us are defiant, beating out the odds that are stacked against the workers. And when I say workers, I mean those who work hard to overcome adversities of the ones who are in charge. So I say, please respect mine as I respect yours respectfully. The duality of choices made up poisoned by the madness. Life is just a year full of 4 seasons of breathing. Sometimes we're grieving, having tough times believing. So I pray against the monster of selfishness. It's effortless. Moments I close my ears to the nonsense that's presented. Energy of my pendants, some are raw and some are charmed. This is just a psalm from off JW's crested arm. Be a cross with red ink in it, words to a sentence. Lined across a white page, mentally I finish. Never mind some quotable things that I am speaking. I refuse to give up, so I get up and move my good foot. Kick trouble in the ass for the laugh, trap in my past. Camouflage my mask underneath whatever's bad. Bring my dreams into fruition from hope, love, and life. Gamble that the price is right when the world is sacrifice. King.
Right.
That's what's up. That's what's up, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Dope.
All right, Martell, we here?
Yeah. You know what? It ain't meant for me to do that piece. I want to do this piece right here. You know what? It's called Against the Currents of Life. How about we just gonna do it like this? You know, nothing happens by accident or chance. I believe in that. And it seems like it wants me to do this piece. Okay, it's called Against the Currents of Life. It says, I became wearily and extremely exhausted, just tired of continuously going against the currents of life. Abrasive on all sides at every angle, drowning, suffocating, and tears creating acidic pain, because I ain't know better. A heart ripped and torn, numb, way before bloom, and learning to deal with the true rhythm of love, unconditional love, that in which I've learned today, I've been searching for all along. Not man, nor woman, mama, a child, or love for the tangible things that suffice. Just wasn't enough. I felt unfulfilled. It was the powers that be which has drawn and reeled me near. Tried fighting long and hard with self-sufficiency. My back now against the wall, the world and God. I don't need nobody. Scarface mentality. The world is mine. Now, in my mind, I'm just a squirrel in my own little world, but came to realize that I'm the nut. Foolish as I was thinking I could continue ignoring life, people, and God, expecting to be in harmony with self. I'd be in the boardroom talking of lucrative finances as well as alleyways negotiating prices for poisons. Many of journeys I've already traveled at such a young, tender age in a very, very short time. So grateful to have been blessed with God's good grace and mercy, spare for many journeys yet to come. For I know today this journey or any to come, I need never have to take alone and never had to. The self-battered, bruised, banged up, and confused, short-lived false pride has disappeared. Poof. Pain, and it being the greatest motivator it is, allow loud cries to bellow loud, a distress call only God could hear. My life had become only a speck, many often call or refer to as mustard seed of faith that only God can recognize. A grateful heart God's given me in spite of my pubescent misguidance and rebellious spiritual nature. A miracle God's performed. If you previously crossed paths with me, the infamous V.I.V.E, they say God watches over babies and fools. I can admit to being both because B.B stands for big baby, go figure. Seriously, all irony to the side. God's resuscitated my spirit and brought me back to the land of the living. God's also given me some sanity because I had very little. Now today I got peace beyond understanding and I'm in shock. Knowing today that the old Martell had to die along with them old ways, ideas, habits, and actions. Surely God couldn't fill a cup already overfilled, flooding and spilling over into other cups. I was a local traveling chaos at your service center reporting for bullshit. I'd always been on time for chaos, but late for everything else. My family said I was slow as Christmas. Today, God's really helping me grow through a lot of things. I come before and I'm cooperating, and it's much easier. Allowing God to create the best version of me in return. I don't get to be a saint. Was highly irritated by them anyways. Love and tolerance I'm practicing daily though. God's love and loving me unconditionally still. Blessings are in overflow. So why can't I be as willing to learn to do the same? Who am I? All I can say today is I'm learning to be free flowing whichever way the current goes. It was quite a task at first, but it's more of a natural flow. And now with some peace, some perseverance. Look at God, so powerful. So today I can say I'm learning all about God's purpose for me, Martell, living, and you folks each day. No longer do I wish to go against the currents of life. My journey of living begins now. God get all the praise and glory on this right here. People have said God turned their mess into message. Bump that, God turned this hot mess into a miracle. So where are my co-signers whom agree? And my mama sure made sure she raised her hand. And thank y'all for allowing me to share.
All right.
That was awesome.
That's what's up.
I'm trying to
Was,
tell you.
that
That was great.
definitely
Beautiful.
A1. Hey, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I'd like to thank my beautiful guests coming through, spitting those beautiful and lovely pieces. You have any last words? No?
My thing
Well,
is,
yeah,
no,
bro.
I was saying basically, in general, we got to be real. You know, most of us are walking around with counterparts that don't belong to us, and mixed messages. And as she was saying earlier, sometimes the wind blows us in the wrong direction. You know, we got to get on that right path and stay in our lane, because we always want to travel at the same speed in the same light. But that means that it ain't for us. Everything ain't for us can become of us at the end of the day.
Right.
And I do appreciate the idea of suppression instead of obsession, because it gives me a different insight on things that I don't have to keep superseding, that doesn't exist without my presence anymore.
Amen.
All right.
That's what's up. Well, on that note, we're going to leave y'all with that. Peace, love, and poetry. We'll see y'all next week. We out.
It seems to me that the artist struggle for his integrity is a kind of metaphor, must be considered as a metaphor for the struggle which is universal and daily of all human beings on the face of this terrifying globe.